they, them. I discovered my gender identity around 2014. I felt different from everybody. I wanted to be a part of the girls, but also with the boys as well. In 2015, 2016, I discovered the term non-binary and gender fluid. I felt those terms, they fit very well. Non-binary for myself means that I'm neither male or female. I may have those feminine or masculine characteristics, but that does not make me that specific gender.
One of a memorable time when I felt a part of the LGBT community was probably early on. I was like in 9th grade, I think, and I was starting theater, and like the next year I was going to be in my first production, and so like I was kind of still really new to it, but one of the students at our school, he was a senior, had recently come out, and it was like the talk of the town, obviously since I was a part of a small town, and so everyone knows everyone's business, but whenever he came out, it was like a big deal. Everyone had an opinion, and I remember going to see that play, and even though he had a lot of attention on him at that time, he still like went on the stage. The play went on. He did like a great job, and just seeing like how confident and how he had so much confidence in his ability to act, but also to get in front of those people whenever all that was going on, gave me some courage, and kind of showed that like even though that had happened, which I was at that point still afraid of that happening, and people like kind of finding out like my secret, it kind of gave me some confidence. And obviously as the next year I went into theater and kind of found my family and people that I knew had my back. And then funnily enough, now we're both living in DC, and so we've kind of reconnected and like know each other again, and it's kind of funny to see how we both like grew up in that small town and had similar experiences of being gay in that small town, but are now both being like really successful in DC.
As a young non-binary lesbian, the LGBTQ community means a lot to me, especially since I knew I was queer since I was very young. Every time I tell an LGBTQ person who is older than me that I'm gay, they will almost always begin to protect me. They always encourage and support me, as well as other LGBTQ youth, with all of our endeavors and help us become the best people we can be.
Don't tell us that it's just a phase or that being part of the community is unnatural. Just accept us and give us your compassion.
Things in college got a lot better because not only is it a lot more people coming together, you find people who are much more different than you, or you'll even find people who are much more similar than you. And in college, I found one of my best friends who is still my best friend to this day. And we definitely, helped each other through the hard times during college. And since I've graduated, we are still friends to this day and, helping each other out through our hard times. And
I am bisexual and non-binary. How I could feel about my sexuality, my gender especially, is not a topic that's explored all that often in modern entertainment, and much less school. The representation of the LGBT community in media is, as we all know, generally horrible, especially in the early 2000s. This had me growing up with homophobic and transphobic values. It imbued me with an affirmation of toxic masculinity as correct, and it degraded my ability to appreciate people for those reasons.
It was from a bad place where I was afraid of being outed or something, and then into a good place.
Whether it's personal issues or things like that. So I would say definitely things get better as time goes on, and that's definitely a memorable moment for me in my college career. Finding someone who is just like me and being friends with them for such a long time and having them always be there for me. And
in this area, I don't feel safe and doubt that people will accept me. I feel like folks may use the wrong pronouns purposefully.
The most memorable thing is not one specific moment, but instead a collection of actions that I've noticed ever since I've been out as a non-binary lesbian.